How can we capture the ideas, opinions, and conflicts of young minds and catapult them into the world? I'm Carla Chavez.
And I'm Felicia Dominguez. On this show, we search for plays written by students, alumni, and faculty from the University of Wisconsin-Parkside to adapt them to a farther-reaching medium and one we love, radio. On this episode, 2 Shakespearean plays driven by romance and magic are updated, intertwined, and flavored with a modern kick.
A Midwinter Night's Tale by Anne Walsack and Nathan Wonder. Cast of characters. Narrator, played by Carla Chavez.
Diana, played by Laura Chartrand.
Bear, played by Nick Hurchin.
Lily, played by Denise Johnson.
Dimitri, played by Joe Romanen.
Mia, played by Holly Thompson.
Helen, played by Beth Ann Jessen.
We are in the lived-in living room of a ranch in northern Colorado, deep in the depths of a winter storm. This room is the hub of the house with entrances to the bedroom, guest bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, and outside. It's midnight. Bear, a man appearing to be no more than 30-ish, enters from the bedroom in his sleeping clothes, crossing to the kitchen. In a moment, he returns with a glass of water and sits at his typewriter. From the bedroom, we hear,
Bear! Bear! Honey?
Diana, a graceful woman appearing to be no more than 30-ish, enters from the bedroom.
Hey, what's going on?
I couldn't sleep.
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
No, I'm fine.
Can I fix you something? Maybe,
No, don't trouble yourself. Thank you, though.
It's no trouble.
No, I'm fine. Really, I'm not sick, I couldn't sleep. I woke up, I couldn't sleep, and I came out here. I'm sorry I woke you.
That's all right. Did you have a bad dream?
Diana, I really just woke up. I don't remember my dreams.
Neither do I. Oh, it's cold out here.
It is.
It's really cold.
You should put something on your feet if you're going to stay out here.
No, I'll be okay.
Here.
Bear crosses to his wife and sits next to her on the couch. They get into a familiar position.
What are you working on?
What? Nothing.
I heard you typing. What is it?
Oh, that. It's nothing. Just something to pass the time. A fantasy.
Oh, okay. Will you read some of it to me? I want to hear it.
It isn't any good.
You used to write me stories all the time. Poems, plays. Oh, the one about the, what was it? It had the woman who was so tall she could reach up to the moon
And the man in the moon was lonely because he was so high up nobody could talk with him. But she was so long and tall she could visit with him and talk about all of the tiny people scurrying around below them.
That's it. But then she grew old and faded away, but the moon never did.
And he was so deeply saddened by the memory of her, he had turned away from the earth.
And that's why we have a full moon and a new moon.
That's right.
That's right. I remember it.
That was a long time ago.
Bear rises from the couch, heads to the desk, and sifts through his work piled up around his typewriter.
It isn't finished yet, so, go easy on me.
Cold. Hurry up. It's cold without you here. It's so cold. How long has it been cold like this? It feels like forever.
Bear returns to the couch with a fistful of typewritten pages.
Winter. Wind, ice, dark. The sky is all moon tonight.
That's pretty. I like that. The sky is all moon. No sun.
No sun.
No sun. Cold, lonely, quiet.
Read, Bear.
I that please some try all, both joy and terror of good and bad, that makes and unfolds error. Now take upon me in the name of time to use my wings, Impute it not a crime to me or my swift passage that I slide o'er 16 years, and leave the growth untried of that wide gap. Since it is in my power to o'erthrow law, and in one self-born hour to plant and o'erwhelm custom, your patience this allowing, I turn my glass and give my scene such growing as you had slept between. That's as far as I am with this bit.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
What does it mean?
Time. Time is speaking.
I like that. So time is a character?
Not really. Well, sort of. Time is passing. 16 years, actually. The king at this point in the story is left alone. Maddened by jealousy, he pushed everyone he loved away, and now he's full of regret and growing old. Just like that.
I love your stories. I miss them. So, what happens next?
In the story? I don't know. I don't know.
Where are you?
I'm here. Let's get back to bed. I'm sorry I woke you.
Talk to me.
Diana, it's cold.
I know.
It's been cold for a long time now.
I know.
Okay then.
Diana collects the stack of papers from the couch and sets them on Bear's desk. As she turns to leave, something catches her eye.
Looking on the lines of my child's face, methoughts I did recoil 33 years and saw myself. Oh, Bear.
You don't feel it.
Feel what?
Something missing?
How could anything be missing from this? This is paradise. Me and you and the ranch. That's it.
Listen. Nothing. There's nothing. No warmth, no life.
We know where this is going.
I need something else. Something more.
I don't. I've told you again and again.
I know.
So where are we?
Cold.
Diana exits into the bedroom. Bear watches her go and snaps his fingers. Lights go out. Quiet in the cabin. Then...
Hello? Hello? Okay, come in.
Lily enters.
I don't know. I'm shy.
All right, we can do what I suggested and dig you a hole and you can pee in the ground.
Ew.
Right, we know your feelings about that. So come in and use the bathroom like you planned, and then let's get the F out of this stranger's house.
Mia enters.
Did that door just shut on its own?
Where do you think it is? The bathroom, I mean.
I don't know. Where are your mittens?
I left them in the car.
It is quite possibly negative 20 degrees outside. Give me your hands.
Lily takes Mia's hands, warming them. They have a moment.
I see it!
Be quick!
Mia dashes off, leaving Lily to wander the living room. She ends up at the desk. She picks up some of Bear's papers and reads.
Wherein our entertainment shall shame us, we will give you sleepy drinks, that your senses, unintelligent of our insufficience, may, though they cannot praise us, as little accuse us. Huh. Mia, are you done yet?
Shh! We don't want to wake them up!
Where did you go?
Over here!
Did you go? Can we go now?
Mia appears from the kitchen, a basket in her hands.
Not yet.
What did you find?
Muffins!
No.
The whole kitchen is full of food. Do you think it's wrong to try it? I'm so hungry.
So am I, all of a sudden. I was so cold I forgot how hungry I was.
Well, what do you think?
God, those look good.
They do. They smell like muffins my grandma used to make. Huckleberries, I think.
Okay, let's split one.
Okay.
They devour the muffin.
Mm, mm, mm,
Mm.
oh,
Mm.
mm. Oh my god. Right?
Mm.
Oh my god.
After a brief hesitation, they eat another muffin.
Mm.
Oh my god. This is so wrong.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That was good.
Yep.
Lily looks for something to wash down the incredible muffins. She finds Bear's water at the desk and drinks it all.
We shouldn't have done that. Give me the wrapper. Clean yourself off.
You think they'll notice that we ate two mini muffins?
Stole.
Right.
I can't believe we just stole 2 mini muffins. What have I become?
I knew this would happen. Everyone warned me.
What? Who? Wait, what?
They all told me that Mia's a bad seed and stay away from Mia. She's liable to turn to a life of crime at a moment's notice.
No, they didn't. Who said that? Shut up.
I'm serious, sweetheart. You gotta watch the late bloomers. They're shifty,
I am not shifty.
sketchy,
Lily.
shady.
Lily, I'm serious. I'm not a thief. I don't do things like this. There's just something about those muffins.
Yeah. We can't do anything about it now, can we?
I don't want to go back to the car. It's broken.
It's not broken. It's stuck in a snowbank.
Well, what now?
What do you mean?
Do we knock on that door? Wake them up? Say our car broke down and we need help?
We are not going to wake them up, and it is stuck in snow.
I think we should wake them up. Tell them what happened and ask for help. Or something.
If you were sleeping soundly in your remote cottage in the middle of God-forsaken nowhere, how would you feel if you were suddenly woken up in the middle of the night by knocking on your bedroom door? Let's just sleep in the car.
Oh, Lily, look. There's a bed in there. Empty. We could put a little note on the door.
Mia, you cannot avoid this. We are going to your parents' house.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. We're making it to your parents' house. If not tonight, then tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the next day. We came out here to get there, so we're getting there.
I know. But tonight, we could go in there, get some sleep in a big, comfy bed instead of our stupid, broken car, or at a rest stop, or some sleazy motel.
That guy at the motel the other day,
He was a creep.
it's like he'd never seen a couple of beautiful women in love before.
Well, you didn't help things by feeling me up in the lobby.
What can I say? I'm an animal.
Stop it! I'm trying to convince you of something. The point is, tonight, we can stay in a warm bed. And we can leave a note on the door. Something like...
We broke into your house, ate your food, and now we're sleeping on your bed. Can't wait to meet you. XOXO. Goldilocks.
Something like that.
Well, it's as good an idea as any.
Lily and Mia disappear into the guest bedroom. Bear enters, looking for his water, but the glass is empty. He stumbles into the muffin basket left in the middle of the room.
Ow.
He pauses briefly. He exits to the kitchen, chomping on a muffin. Lily re-enters from the guest bedroom.
Here's a blanket. That should help.
And another pillow?
Lily grabs the blanket and pillow and exits back into the guest bedroom as Bear re-enters from the kitchen, drinking a newly filled glass of water. He reaches for a blanket, which is no longer where it's supposed to be.
What?
He doesn't think much of it, grabs a different blanket, and exits back to his bedroom. Quiet in the cabin. Then,
Mia.
Dimitri, dressed for winter weather complete with ski goggles, enters the living room, looking briefly for Mia, who was MIA, and exits to the kitchen. Mia re-enters, grabbing another pillow.
Thank you.
Mia exits to the back bedroom. Dimitri enters from the kitchen, eating a muffin.
Oh my God.
At that moment of rapture, Mia enters from the guest bedroom.
Mia.
Dimitri? What are you doing here?
Mia, I've been following you.
What? For how long? How long have you been following us?
The whole time. I had to. I knew this was my chance. I knew it would be the only way to tell you.
What are you looking for?
Mia, I love you, and I'm the only person... I followed you when I heard you were coming into town. I found you, and I've been waiting for the chance to say it. The thing I've been trying to say for so long. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. After you left, this thing, it came to me, and I just thought of it in a moment, and I wrote it down to save for you until the next time I saw you. And if you just let me find it, it's going to make things a lot of things come clear. Oh, here it is.
Oh, good. You found it.
All right, Mia. Ready?
I think so.
It's strange. I'm skinny when I'm standing, but I Buddha when I sit. And if I'm truly so enlightened, why'd I waste your time on it?
What?
What?
Was that a love poem? Dimitri, listen to me. This is never going to happen. Do you get that? It has been 10 years. Stop following me like a dog.
But I've never stopped loving you, Mia. You are the most...
No. Stay. Sit.
Exasperated, Mia exits to the guest bedroom, leaving Dimitri alone on the couch. Then...
Oh, Dimitri! There you are.
Helen, what are you doing here?
I don't know why we're out here. I followed you. I've been following you this whole time, waiting for a chance to say, waiting for an opportunity. I've got something I want to confess to you. I wrote it on a piece of paper so I wouldn't forget it, but I just have to...
Whoa, stop. Helen, you followed me out here?
I love you. I want to be with you.
Not this again, please.
My hands are small, I know, but they're not yours. They are my own. But they're not yours. They are my own. And I am never broken.
Garbage.
What?
Garbage. What you wrote was garbage.
That came from my heart.
How many times do I have to tell you? Stop following me. We dated for 1 week, Helen, in high school.
Dimitri retreats to the kitchen.
Don't leave me out here alone. Oh, I am out of breath. I am stronger than yesterday. Now it's nothing but my way.
Her tune lifting her spirits, Helen finds herself exhausted and promptly falls asleep on the couch. Bear enters but does not see Helen. Helen, sensing another person's presence, wakes up and sees Bear. She rolls off the couch and hides beneath it. Bear, distracted, sits at his typewriter. At the same time, Dimitri enters from the kitchen and sees Bear. Lily enters from the guest bedroom and sees Bear. Lily sees Dimitri. Dimitri sees Lily. They have a silent argument. Helen worms her way out from under the couch, crawling army-style into the kitchen, only to run into Dimitri's feet.
Helen!
Helen.
Helen? What? Who? What? Shh! Who are you? All of you.
Well, I've been...
I'm
Quiet!
really...
One at a time.
Well,
Our car got stuck in front of your house. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I know it's the middle of the night, but it's so cold. And my girlfriend,
And that's you.
No, I'm here for Dimitri.
No, she's not. I'm here for Mia. because
Mia?
I'm in
What the hell
love
are you
with
talking
her.
about being in love with
Quiet!
Mia?
Come with me. We can talk in the kitchen.
They exit to the kitchen just as Mia enters the living room.
Lil, did you get lost?
Diana enters from her bedroom.
Hello?
Oh, hello. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Our car, it's broken outside, and we thought, I'm sorry. We saw your house, and it's so cold, and I was so cold, and the door was unlocked, and we didn't want to wake you up, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Okay, take a breath.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. I'm Diana,
Mia.
and you came here with,
Lily.
and the two of you are...
Yeah.
Okay. And what are you doing way out here?
Well, I'm from around here, you see. We're visiting the parents, my parents, and we're on our way there from a really, really long drive.
There you are. I found her. She's in here.
Lily, this is Diana. Diana, this is my girlfriend, Lily.
Hello.
Hi, thank you so much for letting us stay here. I don't know what we would have done tonight if we didn't have a warm place to sleep.
Stay here?
Mia!
Oh, no.
Mia?
Oh, my God, Helen! I haven't seen you since...
Yeah, it's...
like 10 years, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Mia does what you do in these situations. comes in for a hug. Helen flinches a second, but slowly returns to the gesture in a very long and awkward moment, eventually ending with the two of them sort of patting each other on the back.
It's good to see you.
Wish I could say the same.
What?
Diana, you're awake.
I am, yes. So are you. And all of our guests.
This is Dimitri and this is Helen.
Hi.
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 Hi. So, I know their car broke down in front of our house.
I thought you said it was stuck in snow.
It is stuck in a snowbank.
Which makes it broken.
I see. Did your car break down as well? Are you two together?
No.
Someday.
More like never.
Don't be rude.
As if he could control himself.
She's in love with him, but he's in love with that one.
That creep is Mia's high school boyfriend, who is still obsessed with her.
We all went to high school together. Except for her.
Lily. My name is Lily.
Hi, I'm Helen.
Helen, stop. Mia, I know you'll love me back if you just give me a chance. I just want you to know that I will always wait for you no matter how long it takes.
Dimitri, please. Not in front of people.
All right. Mia, we can sleep in the car. Grab blankets. We should have enough gas in the tank to leave the heater on for a while.
You can't break my heart like that. You can't take her away when she's already been gone for so long.
All right, let's not get carried away.
I can't hear this. I'm not listening. La 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 la.
Lily, don't be ridiculous. It's far too cold
Okay,
outside.
let's all just...
I'm not being ridiculous, and even if I was, this is a ridiculous situation to find myself
Everyone,
in.
please! It is far too cold outside for you to leave. I can't in good conscience let you out into weather that will only get worse as the night progresses. However, if you stay, you will all have to play nice. No more fighting and loud noises, okay? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well then, this could be fun. Diana can cook for all of us, and we can have a nice, friendly evening, safe from the winter storm. Can I get anyone drinks?
Sure.
I'll have a scotch.
Just some water.
Consta!
As if under a spell, the lovers freeze.
That's cheating.
I can cook for all of us?
It could be fun. When was the last time we had a dinner party? Let's shake stuff up.
I will never understand the power you possess over me.
Must be love.
Consta.
The lovers return to life. Diana exits to the kitchen.
If you have a glass of water, I would really like that.
Of course I can get you a glass of water. There is water everywhere. You.
Nothing for me.
Fair enough.
Milk?
How cute.
Really.
Comfort food. I'm really stressed out.
Scotch.
Delicious idea.
She'll have a water.
Great. I'll be right back.
Bear exits to the kitchen.
Actually, on second thought, I would like a glass of water. Did you hear? I want the same thing as Dimitri. Hello? I think he heard me.
Do you really need a scotch?
Yes, Mia, I am trapped in a room with your ex-boyfriend and his lunatic stalker. I really need like 10 scotches.
What can you possibly see in him anyway?
Hey,
Everything. Look at him. Everything.
thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, you're so welcome.
All right, that's enough.
What? I just said you're welcome.
It's the way you said it, Helen. You know.
I don't.
You do.
Shh. Why won't you just let me love you?
Oh, dear God.
Because I don't love you.
Ouch, Dimitri.
I love you. Shh. I love you so much, Mia. You're the reason I get out of bed in the morning. The reason I put on socks. The reason I traveled all the way out here to the middle of nowhere.
The reason you put on socks?
I put my socks on for you.
Stop it.
What does that mean? Like, would you not put on socks otherwise?
See? See? She doesn't understand your poetry. How can you possibly love her more than me? Is she prettier than me? That's it, isn't it?
There's more to it than just that.
Helen, stop. You're beautiful.
Not like you.
No, really, you're very beautiful.
You've got freaking stars in your eyes. You sing like an angel, I'm sure. You smell like cool and sweet at the same time, like those little balls of ice cream you get at an amusement park. The tiny little dots.
Dippin' Dots. You totally smell like Dippin' Dots.
Yes.
Hey!
Lily has produced a crumpled muffin wrapper from one of her pockets. She begins to lick it.
Lily!
What?
I'm looking for some backup here.
Yeah, right. Back up. Do you have the other one? This one's just waxy now.
Then stop licking it.
Mia takes the wrapper and throws it across the room. Lily is ashamed.
Everyone just stop.
But
Look,
Dimitri,
it was
I'm
just
so
really good,
in
okay?
love
I know
with
it's
you.
waxy.
How are we
You
all
don't
doing in
understand.
here?
Barry enters from the kitchen.
Great.
Fine.
Sad.
I could use a scotch.
Lovely. Here you go.
He passes out drinks.
So, you all go way back, huh?
Centuries ago.
Right. It could feel that way.
For some people.
And just to get this straight, you love him.
I do.
And you love her.
With all of my heart.
Stop it.
And you two are together.
Illegal in 14 states.
Nice.
Okay. Well, that's quite the situation.
Oh, it's not so bad. We live in one of the 36.
He's talking about our situation?
We don't have a situation.
If only you would realize she'll never want you back.
Right?
The heart wants what the heart wants.
Right. Well, we're not going to be able to solve this situation easily, so let's just make the best of a bad situation. Is there another word for this? I feel like we're saying situation a lot.
Mess?
Predicament.
Crisis.
What about you? What's your, situation?
Me?
And Diana.
She's so...
Helen gestures around her face to simulate pretty.
How long have you been together?
A long time.
How did you meet?
How did you get her to fall in love with you?
Whoa. We've been together for a while. Pretty much since the dawn of time. Grew up in the same neck of the woods.
Like us.
Except for her.
Which I am continually grateful for.
How do you woo her? Specifically.
I, used to write her poetry, actually.
Love poems?
And stories and plays.
That's sweet.
Do you write?
Yes.
You both do.
We both do.
I've been published. Helen is an amateur.
Being published doesn't make you a professional.
It makes you something.
Yes, it makes you an arrogant
Lily.
Lily, why don't you,
You know, I just met you and all, and maybe you're like naturally cooler than me and stuff, but I've been working at this for a long time, and I've been saving up with a lot of energy to come all the way out here and show her my poems, and my poem is better than yours, Helen, and so I would just appreciate, Lily, if you would just cut me some slack, okay?
Lily, why don't you see if my wife needs help in the kitchen? Maybe get some air?
Lovely.
Do you need me to?
No, thanks.
Lily downs her drink and exits.
I'm sorry about her.
She's upset.
Very.
Understandable. There is no greater hurt in the world than being scorned.
No one is scorning her.
Perhaps she feels scorned.
No one is scorning her. I think you're passive-aggressively projecting your feelings on her.
No, I'm not. I don't transpose. I'm a very personal person. Personal person? That's good writing.
Helen takes out a notebook and jots down her thoughts.
Are you published?
No, I don't do it for that.
For the money?
No,
Then what for?
for my wife.
That's beautiful.
Gets quiet up here, just the two of us. Something to pass the time.
We used to put on plays in the wintertime when I was little to fight cabin fever.
Really?
Oh, sure. All the time. Get snowed in and have nothing to do. Sometimes the electricity would go out and we didn't even have any television. Up in the attic, putting on dresses and pearls and whatever we could find. It was great. So much fun.
Plays you wrote?
Plays we invented, stories we made up, but also our favorite movies. I happen to do an amazing impression of the Grinch.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Stop.
Sounds like fun.
It worked. It was a good distraction.
Are you writing anything now?
Not really. No, not for her.
Then who do you write for now?
Myself, I guess? I don't really think about it, I just do it.
Like a real writer. It just comes out of you.
I guess.
Then what's all this?
Just a little fantasy play.
What's it about? Let's hear it.
Lily re-enters, cool-headed.
Hear what?
A play, Lily. Bear wrote a play, and we're going to read it out loud.
I didn't say you could read it.
I'm in.
I'll read it.
Me too, if Dimitri is doing it.
Cute.
What's it called?
If you'd like to know, the most lamentable comedy and eventual redemption of the good King Leontes, Lord of Sicilia.
Wordy. What happens in it?
It's, it's about this King Leontes. He's a jealous and controlling king, but ultimately not a bad guy. Anyway, his wife is pregnant, but for some reason he thinks the baby isn't his because the queen has been spending a lot of time with their mutual friend, King Polixenes of Bohemia. So he orders Polixenes poisoned, the Queen Hermione locked up, and the child abandoned in the wilderness.
Jeez.
That's extreme.
So this guy's wife is locked up. He has no friends. he's childless.
And then he gets word from the Oracle that the child was his, and Hermione and Polixenes are just friends.
No.
What?
Yes, and then he hears that Hermione, his queen and his one true love, passes away from grief.
Oh. Ouch. Ouch.
Is that the end?
Well, 16 years pass,
And then?
and then I don't know.
What? How have you not finished it?
It's a pretty good story. You have to finish it.
I can't. I'm stuck.
What's stopping you?
We can help you.
What? How?
We could read it out loud. Sometimes that helps. Then you won't have to think of it alone.
I'll be the king.
I don't know if this is such a good idea.
Oh, can I be the queen? Hermione?
If we were going to read the play out loud, I would think you'd be better as Perdita.
But I want to be his wife.
But you're Perdita. Trust me, it's a very good part.
Okay, do me now, come on. If we were going to read the play, who would I be?
I don't know. I think you'd be a good Paulina.
Which one's Paulina?
She's the friend of the queen. She's fiery. She's a secret keeper.
I am a secret keeper.
And what about me?
Polixenes, the king's greatest friend, and then his greatest enemy, and then his greatest friend.
The other king. Okay. I see that. Are there more characters?
There's quite a few, actually, members of the court. Some turn against Leontes, some fight for his daughter. There's even this bear, but it's a pretty weird scene, so I might cut it.
Oh, I can play the bear. Bears are my spirit animal.
No, you play Leontes. Only you can play that part.
Hold on. I don't want to play his friend. He's trying to steal my girlfriend in real life.
Look, I'm sorry, but I love Mia and I can't help it.
Dimitri, please, not now. We're playing a game.
Yeah, would you please just forget about her for a minute and listen to
Shut
me?
up! Would you just stop?
Don't you think I wish I could?
She used to do this all the time. Helen, please. Don't let this idiot upset you.
Helen runs into the bathroom, and Mia runs after her.
I didn't do anything.
No, she's right. You're an idiot.
Why don't we all calm down? How about another round?
More scotch.
No, I'm good.
Okay, sit tight.
Bear exits to the kitchen. Quiet in the cabin.
I am not playing your friend in this play.
Fine by me.
Good.
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 Mia barges out of the bathroom.
Fine. If you just want to sit in there alone crying all night, then you do that. I was just trying to help.
She makes her way to the guest bedroom, followed by Lily.
Mia, are you alright? And don't you dare follow us.
Dimitri grabs the pillow. Bear enters from the kitchen with a scotch and a tray of chocolates to find only Dimitri in the living room.
Where is everyone? And you're left holding the check.
I guess.
So I guess this is a waste. Unless...
Bear offers the scotch to Dimitri, who accepts it. Bear sets the chocolates down on the coffee table and joins Dimitri on the couch. They look out the window at the storm. Bear sips his scotch. Dimitri mimes him, but can't handle it.
Good stuff, huh?
Oh, yes.
Drink scotch much?
Only when I have the opportunity.
You want to go talk to her, huh?
Maybe I should, just to...
I wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah. Give it a minute.
Maybe you're right.
Listen, I know it may be none of my business, but why are you still trying? Following somebody around who doesn't love you?
Would you have stopped trying if Diana didn't love you back?
No. Actually, I'm lucky she didn't stop trying.
She loved you first?
I guess you could say that. Or it just took me longer to wake up. Sometimes it's like that.
Like what?
Sometimes one person sees things the other doesn't. It takes some people longer to see what's right in front of them. Different perspectives, you know?
You really think that's all it is? Different perspectives?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm a simple guy. Looks like you could use another.
Thanks.
Bear exits the kitchen with the glasses. Dimitri sits for a moment in silence. He looks towards the bathroom. He grabs a chocolate, eats it, and instantly falls asleep.
Bear, do you have any more blankets? It's so cold.
Lily enters and says,
Dork. First one to fall asleep at the sleepover. Bear? Bear?
Lily wanders towards the kitchen, sees the chocolates, and mindlessly eats one, instantly falling asleep. Bear and Diana enter with a morsel of what she is cooking.
Here, everyone, try this. I made a little something while we're waiting for...
Oh, wow, that is fantastic. What's in this, cumin?
Bear, you didn't give them the chocolates, did you?
Why? What happened?
The chocolates!
What about them?
Where did you get them?
From the top shelf of the pantry. They've been there for a long time. I figured...
Bear, the chocolates on the top shelf? There's a reason they're on the top shelf.
What's so bad
How
about...
could you do that? This is going to be a mess. It's already a mess, and now
It'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen?
The worst that could happen? The worst? Those are the love and idleness chocolates.
Honey, you're gonna have to help me out.
It's the... Oh, when the taster wakes up, he or she falls deeply in love with the first person he or she lays eyes on.
Ah, those chocolates.
How could you let this happen?
I didn't do it on purpose. Nothing we can do about it now. It didn't used to bother you. We used to pull this stuff all the time, back when we were young and stupid.
And now I'm old.
And brilliant, and funny, and sexy.
Bear begins to do a little dance, swinging his hips back and forth.
Bear.
We could have a little fun, just like old times, like when I used to write stories and you used to dance for me like this, and I used to sing you that cute little song.
Much cuter when you were less than 100 years old. How do you plan on fixing this?
Well, let's see. Don't worry. I'll think of something. This one, Dimitri. He's in love with Mia in the guest room.
Right.
But she's with Lily.
Right.
And the two of them are happy together, so we don't want to mess that up. But the one in the bathroom, Helen, whose world is collapsing before her very eyes, she's crazy go nuts for Dimitri.
So the plan is to wake him up for her and wake her up for her?
Brilliant. Classic. See? We're having fun.
And that'll fix everything.
And then we can enjoy the rest of the night. 3 happy couples in a warm cabin on a cold night.
And their lives are forever manipulated by magic.
Is that really so bad?
We said we weren't going to do that anymore, remember? We're older now, live quieter, let people fall in love in their own time.
Right. Quieter.
We'll just have to find a time to give them the antidote. I don't even know if I still have it.
I'll find it. It's my fault. I'll go find it.
It's labeled, Make What's Right, Right. It's in a little vial.
All right, I'll find it. Watch them like a hawk. And try not to fall in love with anybody while I'm gone.
No promises.
Hey.
This is maybe a little fun.
Isn't it?
A very little bit of fun. A very wee amount.
See, baby, we got a lot of life left.
All right. Go get the stuff.
Okay, I'll be back.
Bear exits to the kitchen. Diana looks at the lovers.
Aww.
She covers Lily with a blanket. She sits, unsure of how to behave. A moment. Helen enters from the bathroom with a head full of steam.
You know what, Mia? I don't need your help every time. Sorry, I didn't realize. They fell asleep quickly. Why isn't Lily with Mia? Where's Bear? Oh, are those chocolates?
Like a ninja, Diana deftly overturns the tray of chocolates to keep Helen from eating one, spilling them all over the floor. They both freeze to see if the others will wake up. Lily stirs and Diana hits the deck. Helen tends to Diana loudly.
Are you okay?
Shh! Diana pulls Helen down with her, out of Lily's eyesight. Diana pauses. Lily settles back down.
I'm fine. I just tripped.
Let me help you clean these up. These look good. Did you make them yourself?
Helen dusts one off and is about to eat it when...
No!
Diana snatches the chocolate from Helen. Dimitri stirs. Diana hits the deck again, pulling Helen down with her.
No, I mean, they're store-bought. Of course. Don't eat this. It's been on the floor. I haven't vacuumed in ages.
Diana collects the rest of the chocolates and chucks them over her shoulders. Helen dusts herself off and finds a place to sit.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. Maybe a broken knee, that's all.
No, I mean, are you all right?
Oh, that. I'm fine. Really? Thanks. This is kind of funny. Diana and the sleeping youth. Well, youths, I guess. There are 2 of them.
You know that story?
I really like it for some reason. Romantic?
I think it's pathetic.
Maybe I don't remember it. Diana falls in love with a beautiful shepherd boy, too beautiful to remain awake and alive, to waste away to death and age. She watches him sleep for decades, cares for him and his flock.
No, that's it. Humiliating.
I don't know. I think it's poetic. It takes a shepherd boy to thaw the cold, cold heart of the virgin goddess. Maybe that's cruel, to call her heart cold. Do you think that's cruel?
I do. I'm sure she has her reasons.
It's about the sacrifices we make for the things we care about. The sleeping, beautiful things.
Like these guys.
They just fell asleep, huh?
Long day.
I guess.
You don't need him like you think you do.
He's poetic and passionate. He's always in a hurry, which I don't know why I like, but I do. He's kind when he's not rejecting me. He's funny, like really funny. Like the funny that he just lives, not like joke funny. And he's handsome. And all I want in the world is to be his girlfriend.
He may be all those things, but you can't live your life defined by your relationship to someone else. You could be chasing other things.
Like what?
You could travel the world. You could paint. Or work in an apple orchard, outside, picking fruit somewhere warm. Something, anything that fills you and makes you happy.
But there is no happiness without him.
Oh, love makes people crazy.
But love's not real life. Love is magic.
I know what you're going through.
Who couldn't love you back?
Oh, just some idiot.
What happened?
I waited. While I waited, I did other things. Sometimes it was easy to wait because I learned how to be comfortable with myself. And then one day when I was all alone,
He noticed.
He says he saw me that morning and I was different. And by evening it was clear what he needed to do.
Love you back.
No matter how much time passes, I can clearly remember standing in your shoes. So vividly. Still, it never really goes away.
But now, you wake up next to him. If you wanted to, you could reach out and he would take your hand just like that. So easy. Don't you feel grateful for that?
Not always, I guess. I can tell you this, though. Nobody is going to love you until you do. You are very special. I'm serious, you are. There's no hiding that. No matter who you're walking behind. When you see that, he'll see that. I don't even know you, and I see that.
Thank you. Do you smell that? It smells like burning.
My dinner!
Diana scrambles to the kitchen in a mad attempt to save the meal. Helen, forgetting herself, begins to brush the hair out of Dimitri's eyes, pulling his head into her lap.
Beautiful.
Dimitri slowly opens his eyes, seeing Helen.
Thanks. I'm sorry.
In one movement, she dumps his head on the ground and stands several feet away. He doesn't notice he's been knocked.
Hi.
Hi?
Were you watching me sleep?
No! Yes. Maybe, yeah. Kind of. A little. Maybe yes. Sorry, I know you hate it when I do that.
No. That's okay.
Are you okay?
I never even noticed, actually, how pretty you are.
Oh.
I mean, I look at you all the time. I look at you behind me, following me all the time.
Right. Yeah, I have something to tell you.
You do?
Yeah, I do. And it's really hard to say, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Okay.
I'm not going to wait around for you anymore. I have some things I need to take care of for myself, so I have to go and do that. I love myself, so I've had enough of following you around, okay?
Oh. I know what you're saying is very important, but I also feel I need to point out how beautifully the light catches the color in your hair.
Thanks. I use a lot of conditioner.
Yeah, I can tell.
What are you doing?
Sorry, I wanted to touch it.
My hair?
Yeah,
In a nice way.
I think so.
Oh,
Could I do that?
I guess so.
Dimitri goes to her and touches her hair. Long strokes. Quiet in the cabin.
Never stop.
I want to come into the room again.
What? Why?
Because I want to see you for the first time again by coming into the room. I'll go out and I'll come back in, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'll see you in a second. It's going to be different.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Okay, bye. Until I see you again.
Okay, goodbye.
Okay, bye. I'm going now.
You're acting like it's painful or something.
It is. The idea of leaving the same room that you're in is actually painful right now. I can actually feel the pain in my chest, somewhere like around here.
Really?
Yes. Have you ever felt that before?
Yes.
Ah, it's awful, isn't it? Like heartburn or something much worse.
Like an arrow through your back that no one can see.
Like being without oxygen for a couple seconds, or minutes, or hours.
I know the feeling.
God, I just want to touch your hair again. I can't believe how badly I want to be so close.
Wow. You just started feeling this way?
I'm going out of the door. I'm coming back in.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Just rip the Band-Aid off.
Dimitri finally makes his way outside and closes the door. Lily is startled awake.
What? Who? What?
Hi. Sorry to wake you. Dimitri well, it's hard to explain, but I think maybe oh my gosh. I think he finally came to his senses. Or something crazy, I don't know.
Oh my God, stop.
Sorry. What? Stop? What? I'm sorry?
No, don't be sorry. I can't believe these lips, these eyes.
I'm sorry.
My God, look at you. Who were you before I saw you?
I'm Helen.
Yes, I know that, but I haven't ever, I don't know.
Are you okay? Do you need to sit down? I can call Mia.
No, don't get Mia. Don't ever go get Mia. I think I love you.
What?
Hello.
Hello. Did it work?
It did, and I do.
You do what?
I love her.
What?
That can't be because I love her.
No, I do. I
love you. I've loved you all along. I just never
you
knew
were
it because
annoying
you
before,
were
but
so...
now I think you're the best there is, and it's true you are. And by best, I mean.
I can't believe that anyone has ever walked past you. I don't mean literally. I mean figuratively. I mean, how have I not noticed you before? This is all so shocking.
I guess it's all happening a little quickly, but really, this is all I know. I
love you.
You don't
love
her.
her. How could you?
I don't know how or why, but I guess I'm finally awake.
All I know is that it's real, and I'm feeling it, and you're feeling it.
I didn't even know that people could really feel this.
I knew people felt this way because I am capable of love, really, truly loving you.
But I do.
Love you.
Hold on. I think we need to address what you just said.
Is this some kind of joke? Because this isn't funny.
She's right. What's not funny?
You aren't funny. Quit trying while you're ahead. Don't mess with her precious heart.
You're making fun of me, both of you.
Oh,
no,
not at all. No.
Yes, you are. You're making fun of me. You're being cruel. Both of you.
Why would we do that?
Why would I do that?
Because, well, Dimitri, you hate me, and this is just a new way to scorn me, and because I don't know, well, Lily, maybe you just hate me too. I don't know. I don't know why mean people are mean, but you both are, so stop. Just stop and leave me alone. I'll leave you both alone. I'll leave everyone alone.
No, don't say that. Don't say any of that.
How could anyone hate that beautiful hair?
Or how could anyone hate that beautiful tenderness? See, Helen, I can look deeper inside you.
What? Yes, of course, the soul, the essence. How could anyone hate any part of you?
I don't know. Just like I don't know why you're doing this to me right now, why you're torturing me like this, but it's mean. Do you hear me? I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. This hatred is the worst, so stop.
But Helen,
I love you. I mean,
you're like
a
fish.
You're so beautiful.
So funny. Oh, God, you guys are so funny.
What? No, this isn't a joke.
Really,
I mean, I
by
really
fish
love
that
you.
I mean
You're
like,
so beautiful.
water.
Beautiful.
Stop! This is cruel.
Yeah, don't be such a jerk, Dimitri. Everyone knows you're head over heels for Mia.
Me? What about you? The two of you are in a relationship. You're coming across the country to meet her parents.
And you've been in love with Mia since high school. You've already met her parents.
You can have her and her parents. I found her.
This is the worst joke ever.
Mia enters from the guest bedroom.
I love Helen.
I love Helen.
I love Helen.
I love Helen. I love Helen more than anything. She is my one, my true. Look at her sitting there. There is no other woman in my life. Helen is, was, and will always be perfection.
Is this a bad dream? Ha ha. Okay, Lily, come back to bed. Enough with the jokes.
I don't want to.
Get off Lily!
Go! Go on back to Mia. Leave Helen to me.
No, Dimitri, you stay on.
Never.
Lily!
I love Helen.
You what?
I love Helen.
Helen?
This is so dumb.
Thank you.
I love Helen.
You can't mean that. Please, Lily. It's been a long night after a long drive, and we're all a little out of our minds right now. So please come to bed and we can sort everything in the morning.
No, I know what I'm feeling, and feelings don't lie.
What? You're not even talking like yourself right now. Can you hear yourself?
Don't be so mean, Lily.
Look who's talking now. You abuse poor Helen more than she's ever deserved.
And I've learned the error of my ways. I don't know how I could have ever treated you that way, my love.
Wait. I don't understand what's going on. Why is everyone in love with Helen all of a sudden?
She's the love of my life.
She's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Since when?
Excuse me?
Well, I'm sorry, Helen, but since when does everyone fawn on you and think you're the most beautiful woman in the world?
What's that supposed to mean, huh?
It just means it means we know who that person is, and it's never been you.
Are you calling me ugly, you floozy?
Floozy? What does that even mean in this context?
It means that you're a big dumb floozy.
It's too bad that you didn't come out of the bathroom with a brain, just temporary beauty. That's right. I said temporary.
Dimitri,
Yes, my love.
Lily,
Goddess.
would the two of you kindly take this floozy out of my sight? I don't think I could take any more of her screeching tonight.
It would be my honor.
Of course, milady.
Wait. Let me get this straight. I go to bed knowing the direction of my life, its course, and I wake up a few minutes later to find that Lily, my love, is pretending to be in love with you for reasons passing understanding.
See, there you go again. Reasons passing understanding. Is it really so difficult to see how someone could love me? Guys, go get her.
An awkward brawl ensues.
I'll get her.
Lily and Dimitri goes after Mia, who throws the blanket at Dimitri. Dimitri gets lost in the blanket for a while. Mia starts crumpling up paper and throwing it at Helen as she avoids Lily. Lily does her best to block the paper from hitting Helen.
What happened?
Diana rushes in, Bear right behind her.
Oh no.
They are being cruel.
I
love her.
You don't love her.
You don't know the first thing about love.
No one loves me and I don't know why.
What else did they eat? What did you give them?
He didn't do anything. I just fell in love.
I was always in love.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
Oh, shove it up.
What? What? Say it. Say it. Go ahead.
Wait, what I just don't understand, the thing I just don't get is...
I think, overall, Helen, the most interesting thing about you is your height. No, your hair. No, your eyes. No.
I could recite poetry to you. Not that I know any, but I could learn some. I could go to the library now and learn some, but they probably aren't open. So.
I'm just so confused about what's happening right now. I just kind of...
The lovers freeze, like magic.
Fix it.
Die, please.
No, Bear, no. I cannot respond to another request from you. I am so tired of you asking me, of hearing you say, please. I want to say please. Please stop. Look at them. They are going to tear each other apart, and it's our fault. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it would go too far. Give it to me.
We're going to fix it, okay? We're going to make it better. It hasn't gone too far.
Look at her heart. It is in shreds. Look at her. And now I have to salvage whatever is left, if there's anything left. You know, sometimes these things can't be healed as easily as...
Oh, don't lecture me, Diana. It wasn't my idea either, okay? It wasn't my intention.
Diana opens the vial in her hands and spreads the oil on her fingertips.
You're telling me this isn't what you wanted when they walked in the door? You invite them to stay. You tell me to cook. You revel in chaos. All of this is you.
Forgive me for being excited to see someone else's face.
No, no, no. We agreed to be alone. You agreed to be alone. You cannot take that back.
Diana spreads the oil on Lily's eyelids.
Make what's right, right.
Did we agree to that for forever?
We aren't. Bear, we are not having that discussion.
I still have to talk about it, Diana. It's still in me to talk about. It isn't finished yet.
We made up our mind.
She spreads the oil on Dimitri's eyelids.
Make what's right, right.
You made up your mind without giving me a reason why.
I said why.
No, you didn't. It's been years and all I've ever heard from you is the same answer and you can't even tell me why, so tell me now.
Not now, Bear.
Tell me now, Di. Just tell me. I'm your best friend. It's me. Just tell me.
Not now, Bear. Not in front of our guests.
Forget them for a second. Why don't you want to have...
It's hard for me to talk about with you, and I don't like talking about it. I have expressed myself, and I need you to respect me now.
I think you're just saying that because you're afraid.
I'm not afraid of anything.
Yeah, you are. Of course you are. How could you not be?
My reasoning behind my saying no is absolutely not because I am afraid.
Then I don't know what else could make you freeze up like this besides fear. And fear would be okay. We could get through fear.
Later, Bear.
If not now, when?
We can talk about this later.
Stop avoiding me.
Later.
No, now.
You don't know.
Don't know what?
You don't know what's going to happen. What if I can't? What if we can't because of what we are? What if it does something we can't reverse? What if it is something we can't take back? Nobody, no one has done this before. We are the first ones. As far as we know, we are the only ones. You don't know what will happen.
I didn't think of that.
How could you not think about it? How could that not cross your mind?
Because I don't automatically assume change could be dangerous.
Of course it could be dangerous. I wish you weren't so reckless all of the time. Why can't you just be satisfied in staying put
I
in
refuse
one
to be
place?
afraid. There's no point to being down here if you're going to be afraid all the time.
I told you I'm not afraid of anything.
You are scared. You're so scared you can't even see what maybe might be good.
And you're too stupid to see this might be the biggest mistake of our lives.
Di, stop. Don't get mean.
It would be our fault.
You know she would love you.
What?
If some small part of you is afraid she wouldn't love you, she would.
It would be our mistake that we couldn't take back. Bear, you just don't know. And you're committing to something you don't even fully understand.
I understand this. And I understand fear. And I can name it when I see it, and you got it all written across your face. And I'm sorry, Diana, I love you eternally. But fear is not a good enough reason this time.
This time?
The lovers begin to open their eyes.
You always do this. You always do this when we're about to enter into something. You get so scared you can't see straight, and you make yourself blind to what's right in front of you.
This time.
You said you're tired of me always asking you, always saying please. Well, I'm tired of hearing you say no. You saying hide. You letting your fear creep into our life. It doesn't belong here.
They stretch quietly, almost unsure of what's happening and if they should be in the room.
I told you I am not afraid.
No, I won't accept that. Sorry. You gotta come up with something better, so hit me.
I don't have anything else to say. What do you want me to say?
Just say it.
What?
Just say it. Tell me why you don't want to.
What are you talking about, Bear? I won't.
Just say it, Di!
Fine. I don't want to. I do not want to have children with you. That is the end of the story. Please stop asking me. Please stop bringing it up. Please let it go. The answer is no. My answer will always be no. And if you can't accept that, then you have to leave.
Bear and Diana realize the lovers are watching. No one knows what to say.
Oh.
We were just...
No! We're sorry. We didn't mean to.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. Yes, everything is...
Fine. We're fine.
You are listening to episode 2 of the WIPZ Radio Play Edition. Keep listening after the play for an interview with the playwrights.
We're fine.
Diana exits to the bedroom.
What happened?
I don't know. Are you okay?
Excuse me.
Barry goes into the kitchen.
I feel like I said something really wrong, but I don't know what it was.
Now you sound like yourself.
Should I say I'm sorry?
Yes, you should. That wasn't a funny joke.
Yeah, it was stupid. What was it?
No more scotch for you.
Are you going to apologize too?
For what?
For everything you said.
I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
No, just the stuff about... Well, you know.
What stuff?
You know?
About loving you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant that.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, she was right.
Right about what?
I'll tell you in 10 years.
Okay.
Do you love me?
Yes.
No, I mean really. Actually love me. No kidding around?
Very much. Why?
I just want to hear you say it.
Yes, Mia. Mia, my own. I love you so much I followed you all the way out to nowhere in a snowstorm to meet your parents, only to crash my car, meet strange woodland shut-ins, and now to have one of the worst hangovers of my life. But I'd do it again, in a heartbeat, because I did it for you. And when we leave this crazy place and go back to the city, we're going to have a beautiful life, in a beautiful apartment out in the open, and it's going to feel really good.
Thank you.
My head hurts too. No more scotch for me either.
We have had a night.
He's coming back, right?
It feels strange to be in here without them.
It is their house.
It was a bad fight.
It was. I wouldn't want to come out if I was him, if I was either of them.
Is it our fault? I feel like it might be our fault.
No, it's not our fault. They're dealing with something.
They were hurt before we came in.
What do we do now?
Maybe we should leave them alone. Maybe we should leave.
We can't go out there. It's colder now than it was when we got here. And our car is still in the snowbank.
Maybe we should just go to bed and we'll figure something out in the morning.
I don't know. I couldn't possibly sleep.
I feel like I just woke up from a dream.
You do,
Yeah, it's really weird.
but you still don't take it back.
Helen, no. I love you. I've always loved you.
And so Mia, Lily, Dimitri, and Helen found themselves making love confessions in the remote cottage living room of Bear and Diana, who at opposite ends of the house also confessed out loud to nobody.
I've always loved you.
Always.
So, what do we do?
We could make origami birds?
No.
Monopoly.
We could watch a movie.
They don't own a television.
What do people do when they don't have televisions? Besides origami.
We make up plays.
Mia opens a chest and finds some clothes and items that can be used as costumes and props.
How convenient. No, goofball, sit down.
No, it's a good idea. Let's do this one. Let's do his.
Maybe? Is that what you do when this happens?
I don't think there are any rules tonight.
It might be fun. It might cheer them up.
I don't know. I'm not very...
Yes, you are, Lily. You're brave.
Do you think he'd mind?
Not if we do it well. It's probably a beautiful and intriguing play.
You don't know if it's good yet. It might be horrible.
I think it has to be good. I think he wrote it for her.
Okay.
Okay.
Guys,
I know we need to rejoin the rest of the group, but I don't want to leave this proximity from your faith.
That's okay with me.
Okay.
Guys.
Sorry. Here are copies.
Helen distributes the scripts.
that's convenient.
What part should I read?
He assigned us characters. Let's do those.
Unless you have a problem playing my friend.
Enemy and then friend. Art imitating life.
The most lamentable comedy and eventual redemption of the good King Leontes, Lord of Sicilia. Act 1, Scene 1. Enter Camillo. I think this coming summer the King of Sicilia means to pay Bohemia the visitation which he justly owes him.
Let's get to the good part.
Magically, time passes to the final scene, and...
Act 5, Scene 2. Clown. Hark, the kings and the princes, our kindred, are going to see the queen's picture. Come, follow us. Will be they good masters. Exeunt. Exeunt this way. Exeunt with me.
And that's it.
That's all?
Oh, thank God it's over.
It can't be over. What about seeing the statue? Perdita has to see Hermione.
Right? It doesn't feel complete.
And then, from the kitchen, underneath the door, Bear, who has been listening the whole time, can't help but interrupt and say,
It's not complete.
What?
What?
Did you hear that?
It's me.
Bear?
I'm in the kitchen.
Do you want to come out?
He might not be.
I'm not ready to.
Okay.
We did something very invasive.
We read your play.
We liked it.
I heard you reading.
Did you like it?
Did you figure out an ending?
Don't push him.
What?
No, it does. It helps to hear things out loud. Did you figure out an ending, Bear? If you did, would you mind us reading it?
At that moment, a piece of legal paper is shoved through the door. Dimitri picks it up and reads,
Leontes. O grave and good Paulina, the great comfort that I have had of thee.
Another piece of paper is shoved through the crack of the door. Mia retrieves it this time.
Paulina, all my services you have paid home.
Diana, who would not want me to tell you, but who has also been listening, enters.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Does Bear know you're reading his play? I don't think he'd like that. He's very private. He doesn't even let me...
He's feeding us sheets.
Feeding you sheets?
From under the door.
He points to the kitchen door, and indeed, a sheet of paper is shoved through the bottom crack. Dimitri picks it up and reads from it.
We came to see the statue of our queen. Your gallery have we passed through, but we saw not that which my daughter came to look upon, the statue of her mother. See?
I think it's the last scene. I think he's finishing it.
He let you read the whole thing.
He assigned us roles earlier. We were playing a game, and then we decided...
We read it all.
It's really very... It's so different. Good different.
Are you going to leave me hanging? I asked to see the statue.
Oh, if you don't mind. Diana?
Oh, sure.
Oh, no.
I meant, would you mind being the statue? We are all tied up.
Oh, I couldn't possibly. Not without Bear's permission. I mean, he is not my favorite person in the world right now, as you all know. But I still couldn't read his stuff without...
It's okay, Di.
Bear?
It's okay. I don't mind.
You're going to let me read this one?
Okay then. So, you're a statue of the long-dead Queen Hermione.
Who the king wrongfully scorned. And I feel terrible about it.
We need a curtain to hide you behind.
Lily and Helen throw together a makeshift curtain for Diana to hide behind.
Once again, we came to see the statue of our queen. Your gallery have we passed through, but we saw not that which my daughter came to look upon, the statue of her mother.
She's hiding it because it's not really a statue.
No, it's really a statue.
I don't think so.
It is.
No,
The paper
I don't...
is shoved through the door. Mia picks it up.
As she lived peerless, so her dead likeness, I do well believe, excels whatever yet you looked upon, or hand of man hath done. Behold, and say 'tis well.
Mia draws the curtain and discovers Diana standing like a statue.
Am I doing this right?
I like your silence. It the more shows off your wonder. Comes it not something near?
What?
Shh! Comes it not something near?
Her natural posture. Chide me, dear stone, that I may say indeed thou art Hermione. But yet, Paulina, Hermione was not so much wrinkled, nothing so aged as this seems.
Watch it.
Polixenes. Oh, not by much. Wait, am I calling her old?
We both are.
More proof that it's not a statue.
It's a statue, Lily. What happens next? So much the more our carver's excellence, which lets go by some 16 years, and makes her as she lived now.
16 years? Oh, that's right, I remember him.
I like your silence. It the more shows off your wonder.
I think I'm lost.
I'm there too.
You'll catch up. Just play along.
Oh, thus she stood, even with such life of majesty, warm life, as now it coldly stands when I first wooed her. I am ashamed.
Perdita. Lady, Dear queen, that ended when I but began. Give me that hand of yours to kiss.
Time out. What's going on here?
Don't you get it? It's so tragic.
What do you mean?
Perdita, me, is Leonti's daughter, and she has wanted a mother all her life. Right, Bear?
Right.
And now she's seen the statue. The statue of a woman who could have been her mother. She's seen her face for the first time. Can't you imagine what she must be feeling? A little fear, but also this overwhelming love for a stranger.
Oh, patience! The statue is but newly fixed. The color's not dry.
My lord, your sorrow was too sore laid on, dear my brother. Let him that was the cause of this have power to take off so much grief from you as he will peace up in himself.
Indeed, my lord, if I had thought the sight of my poor image would thus have wrought you, for the stone is mine, I'd not have showed it.
Do not draw the curtain.
No longer shall you gaze on it, lest your fancy may think anon it moves.
Let be, let be. What was he that did make it?
Bear shoves the paper through the crack. Lily stoops to pick it up, but Bear prevents her from lifting it from the floor. He whispers from behind the door.
Is she a good statue?
You have to come out and see.
Bear sits on the threshold, paper in his lap. He hands the players papers intermittently.
Masterly done. The very life seems warm upon her lip.
The fixture of her eye has motion in it, as we are mocked with art.
I'll draw the curtain. My lord's almost so far transported that he'll think anon it lives.
Oh, sweet Paulina, no settled senses of the world can match the pleasure of that madness. Let it alone.
I could afflict you farther.
Do, Paulina, for this affliction has a taste as sweet as any cordial comfort.
So long could I stand by a looker on.
If you can behold it, I'll make the statue move indeed, descend and take you by the hand.
What you can make her do, I am content to look on. What to speak, I am content to hear.
It is required you do awake your faith. Then all stand still. Music, awake her! Strike! 'Tis time, descend, be stone no more. Approach, strike all that look upon with marvel. Come, I'll fill your grave up, stir, nay, come away. Bequeath to death your numbness, for from him dear life redeems you. Oh. You perceive she stirs? Nay, present your hand. When she was young you wooed her. Now in age is she become the suitor?
All full of light and shining, Diana descends from her pedestal and takes Dimitri's hand.
Oh, she's warm.
She embraces him.
That she is living. Mark a little while.
This is it.
Now just think about it.
What?
Just for a second. Allow yourself to be transported to this moment. The person you were meant for, and the person who was meant for you, born out of the greatest love of your life, once forgotten, but now returned to you. It's a little bit of fear, but a lot of love.
Turn, good lady. Our Perdita is found.
Our Perdita?
Our Perdita. Maybe. Someday. Our Perdita.
Turn, good lady. Don't be afraid.
From the page her husband hands her, Diana reads,
Hermione. You gods look down, and from your sacred vials pour your graces upon my daughter's head. My life, my joy, my food, my all the world. You see me, gentle creature, where I stand, just as I am. Though for myself alone I would not be ambitious in my wish, to wish myself much better. Yet for you I would be trebled 20 times myself, 1,000 times more fair, 10,000 times more rich, if only to stand high in your account. Impossible be strange attempts to those that weigh their pains in sense, and do suppose what hath been cannot be. Whoever strove to show her merit, that did miss her love, thou hast me, if thou hast me, at the worst, and thou shalt wear me if thou wear me, better and better. and therefore tell me, will you have me? A good heart is the sun and the moon. If thou would have such a one, take me, and take me. Take a statue. Take a statue. Take a queen. What sayest thou then to my love? Speak, my fair, and fairly I pray thee.
I'll play time. Let's from this place lead us from hence, where we may leisurely each one demand an answer to his part performed in this wide gap of time, since first we were dissevered. Give me your hands if we be friends, and we shall soon restore amends.
Hey, sun's coming up.
We were up all night.
Is anyone hungry?
I'm starving. Did we even get dinner?
Breakfast.
I can make scrambled eggs.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
I'm sure they have
Yes, let's.
To the kitchen!
Oh, I hope that.
Dawn,
Yeah. It's a good play, Bear.
you think?
I do.
I'm glad you liked it.
I do. Thank you for sharing it.
Thank you for being in it. Diana, I'm so sorry.
Don't. We both are. I'm sorry.
I mean, we don't have to. I see it so much differently now.
So do I.
You do?
I do.
Nuzzling, comfort stuff. Those things couples do when they feel better about each other.
I am scared.
Me too.
You feel that too?
All the time. But it's part of the fun. The adventure, you know? At the end of the day, all we got is us. If things go south, we got us. And if things get better, we got us. That's what I think.
End of play. You're listening on WIPZ.org and 101.5 FM to the second episode of WIPZ Radio Plays. And with me I have Ann Walsack and Nathan Wonder, who are the playwrights of the play A Midwinter Night's Tale. And this play is an adaptation of two Shakespeare plays with a modern twist. So, I have a question. How did this playwriting partnership start with you two?
So, I would say our relationship began when we acted in a play together. We were in a play called Don Quixote at the Building Stage Theater in Chicago. And from that, when we left the Building Stage, I wanted to produce and work on a play of my own, an original play. And as it turns out, I can't really write plays on my own. So I got in touch with Annie, who is a playwright and can write plays on her own. And I asked her to help me write a play. And that became our first play together, which was called Folkbound. And then we worked on a couple of things between that. And then this was, I think, the last play that we've worked on together.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great. Okay. And what gave you guys the idea to use two Shakespeare plays and then modernize it? Because I think that's a really interesting concept.
Well, our first couple collaborations were about sort of dark or sad subjects, so we were really looking to do something with sort of a positive outlook. What I like about collaborating with Nathan is that he always enters a project asking a question. So we kind of came into this with a question, and then we used some inspiration from the two Shakespeare plays. I really like Shakespeare. I was trained in Shakespeare, and Nathan has a background in that training as well. So there was a lot of inspiration to use. Yeah.
So what was the question? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, what was that question, Annie?
Oh, well, we were sort of asking, like, do you remember, Nathan? We were sort of talking about what does it mean to start a family?
Yeah.
And how do you decide to trust someone to start a family
Mm-hmm.
together?
Mm-hmm.
And then also sort of how do you weather the storm as a couple?
Oh,
Figuratively
and a lot
and
of-
metaphorically. Yeah.
Oh, we also were curious about problems that go unsaid in relationships and how they manifest themselves. So in this particular story, we have this question of children and a family and what one of them wants that to become and what the other one wants it to become or be, and how that sort of festers underneath the surface to some extent. But beyond just that question, I think there was just a sort of inspiration in the title itself. I think the title came very, very early, just out of just sort of coincidence or happenstance, serendipity, I guess, of coming up with this really fun-sounding title that ended up working out really well.
Yeah, like, did you guys, like, do, like, the juxtaposition of, like, a Midsummer Night's Dream to Midwinter, like, on purpose? And how did that tie into your themes that you guys just talked about?
Well, there were a couple productions of, if I'm remembering right, there were a couple productions of Midwinter happening in the city when we first started developing the play.
Midsummer, yeah.
Midsummer, and there was, yes.
Right. I got you.
Sorry. Nice. Yeah. A Winter's Tale. And then there were a couple productions of Midsummer happening too. And I had just read that book by Harold Bloom when I was in Utah about what Shakespeare was sort of asking and thinking about when he wrote those two plays. So they were kind of in the forefront of our mind for whatever reason.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that parallel between the seasons worked really well. So, care to elaborate on that?
So I would say the seasons, it wasn't something that it wasn't an angle I came into it from on the outside. That sort of worked on the inside once we were already in it for me. I was mostly interested in these two plays specifically, largely because I'm most familiar probably with Midsummer Night's Dream. It's the play that I've probably seen the most, Shakespeare otherwise, probably read the most, and it's probably the play that I am the most tired of in the world. And I think there was something about me wanting to challenge myself to create a version of Midsummer Night's Dream that I really enjoy, that sort of reinvigorates it and makes it interesting for me. And then I wanted to pair it with a play that also has magic. I'm really excited about plays that have magic in them. I think that, if you're going to put something on stage that's not straight realism, then let's take it all the way and have something truly miraculous happen. And the fact that both of these plays have acts of magic occur is one of the reasons that I liked putting them together. And then the summer-winter thing, for me, was a coincidence.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I like the way you guys use magic in this play.
Yeah. It's always the most fun to stage, the magic moments.
Right. So, I have another question. Why did you decide to change two of the lovers to two females in a romantic relationship? And how do you feel that aided your themes?
Well, it's so funny to try to remember everything that was happening while we were writing.
Right.
But it was important to us in talking about things that go unsaid with couples and sort of talking about a subject matter that doesn't get written about, to have underrepresented characters in there as well. Also, sort of, why not?
Yeah, definitely.
That's one of the things that I liked about it was that it was just sort of matter of fact. There are mechanical reasons why you would do it. Just logistically, there's a much wider pool of actors, young actors in Chicago who are female identifying than male. And I think that in all the casting that we've done, we had a lot more women that we wanted to work with on a regular basis than men. And that maybe played a part into it early on, but it wasn't ever, I don't think it was a statement that we wanted to actively make. It was just sort of, we have two of them are girls. And that's just not something that really, it wasn't something that we were butting up against. I wasn't trying to make a personal statement. It was just, let's just have these people be women, and that'll be fine.
Yeah, I think it's pretty refreshing that you guys just you're like, this is what's happening, and I like it. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And how was it rewriting this piece for a radio adaptation?
Well, it's always fun. Yeah, go ahead.
I'd say it was a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. I really thought that it was going to just be like, oh yeah, we'll just give it to them as it is. But we really put a lot of work into the staging of it and writing a lot of important stage direction, and I forgot just how much action is described in the script that is integral to the actual play itself.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really hard for me. I thought it was going to be like, oh yeah, I'll do this in an afternoon and it won't be a problem, but then it ended up being a couple of weeks of having to rewrite the play and create a whole new character that we didn't have before, this narrator.
But it's so fun to revisit and to look at the play in a different way. Because there was so much creativity and curiosity when we went into the rehearsal room and collaborated on finding the physical, I don't want to call them gags, but all the physical scenes. So it's a lot of fun to come back to it and just have it be Nathan and I reworking and retooling the script after. I mean, when was the last time we touched the play prior to this?
Shortly after it closed, I think we were just looking to see if we wanted to try to put it on again somewhere. But it's also interesting because I would say largely we created the script ourselves. I don't think we had any real line collaboration, as far as the text, from anyone else. It was really just you and me going back and forth. But for the physical world, that was the director, that was the actors.
Right.
We wrote in some of that stuff, but a lot of the, Lotzi and those bits was stuff that, the original actors created in that room. And then we ended up putting it in the script so we could have sort of a final publishable version. So that was interesting to see which of those things are necessary to the story now that in its newest iteration, and which of those things were just funny jokes that the actors did.
Right.
Trying to interpret some of those. There are these moments of magic that happen that we wrote in, time stops. That's a thing that has to happen. It's important to the script. It's referenced. But there are funny takes that, a certain character actor might make to the audience or another actor, and those aren't necessarily vital to the storytelling.
Right. And how was it like seeing it done in one of the rehearsals, the radio rehearsal?
Well, it's always amazing to me, particularly as a playwright, how little you actually have to do to watch characters translate. It was amazing to watch without me telling them or without me hinting to them how much of the characters were being picked up between the two productions. And how much is evident just within the storytelling and the lines themselves. That's always a really cool moment to me, and that's sort of when the play's mechanisms are kind of working and that things are kind of setting into each other, when those same relationships are being repeated with strangers, with people who are brand new to the play.
Yeah, I like that. That's a great perspective. Well, what other pieces have you guys written? I know you guys touched on it earlier, that you've done some collaborations. And have you guys done individual work as well?
We started with Folkbound, and then we moved into, I'm trying to count.
Yeah. So the first one we did together was Folkbound, and that I'd say was largely written by you, with some I feel like the byline was written by Ann Walczak and story by Nathan Wonder or something like that.
Yeah.
But most of the text was written by you, but some of the big ideas I think I helped with. And then the company that we were a part of back then that we formed was called Duplicity Ensemble. The next play that we did was a musical that was largely written by the actors and me, and I think you helped with some of the rehearsal process with that one. Then we did a play that you wrote yourself. That was called Lamp Oil at the Chicago Fringe Festival.
I wrote it myself, but I would say that you had a large hand in editing the piece.
I feel like maybe the final moment.
Yeah.
and I directed that one. And then we did this play together, largely 100% together. And then neither one of us directed. We had an outside director named Mike Hamilton. And then we did another collaborative musical that you were not involved in. Mm-hmm. And then finally I did a show myself that you helped me with in the early stages.
Yeah.
So we've worked a lot together.
Wow.
On 5 to 6 pieces, I would say, in different degrees of togetherness too.
That's great.
Yeah, in different roles. Sometimes it was directing, sometimes it was writing. But yeah, it was. I feel like we've had a really strong relationship together, writing and working, and I'm looking forward to see what we do together next.
I agree. The editing piece is the most helpful for me. That's the piece that I'm finding is that's actually the relationship. It's really hard to find a good director, and it's really hard to find good actors, but it's imperative to find a really good editor.
Oh, yeah.
And a really good collaborator in that way to kind of chip away at the meat of what's actually happening in the story.
Definitely. Well, that's great. You guys have such a great working relationship. So a lot of this was done in a company you guys created? Mm-hmm. What's it called again?
It was called Duplicity Ensemble. It was for 2 years in Chicago, and then I moved to the Portland area.
Oh, right.
Now. So we had to shut her down, which was a tragedy. But so Annie and I have closed 2 theaters together now.
Wow, that's exciting.
So yeah, hopefully we get to start another one someday.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your plans for the future?
Well, I'm continuing to write plays, and I've gotten a little bit of traction in Chicago, but I'm hoping to expand that more. I'm sort of starting to experiment with what it means to be inside your own play and what it means to play your own characters. And that's something that I'm looking forward to learning more about.
Oh, that sounds like great future plans.
Yeah. And for me in Portland, it took a while to get my feet under me, but I've started acting a little bit again in Portland. And I'm going to be doing my one-man show here again probably this summer so I can start to get some momentum going. And from then on, I'm just going to start a new theater company that mostly does collaborative devised sort of work. And I'm sure I'll be ringing up Annie to help write the scripts for me.
It's wonderful that you have such a collaborative relationship and you guys can lean on each other for that. That's great. So what other types of theater have you guys done? You said acting, playwriting.
Yeah, I mean, so as someone who ran a company for a while, I mean, I wore every hat to some extent, from designing to producing, directing, acting, playwriting. I would say my home base is probably in acting, but that's not necessarily something I see myself doing a lot of in the future. I really enjoy the directing side of things and being able to give actors a fun and fruitful environment where they can sort of do what they want to do. So that's where I see myself in the future anyway.
Wow, I like that. That's exciting.